Hello guys, it's Chummy100 here doing a Bakugan BakuTech Retrospect episode. This is episode 9 on Gren Dragaon. Gren Dragaon originally released as BTC 24, but the original version got re-released a couple times as well in BTC 28, BakuTech Entry Value Pack, and BCV 23, Shield of Super Bridge. It is a Pyrus Bakugan, and its G-Power varies between 580, 590, and 600 Gs. And it was released in July of 2011. Looking at its ball form, you can see this is a very well-detailed Bakugan. You have a lot of white and yellow paint on the red plastic. Have a bit of blue here. Of course, have a bit of metal for the cross pieces as well. And then opening it up, it opens up pretty nicely and does have a couple manual parts, being the soul pieces and these horns, which are movable quite far, but typically you're supposed to orient them about partway up. And there it is, fully transformed. And then doing a quick look around the Bakugan here. As for its physical design, it looks a lot like Flare Dragaon, just having a few smaller differences, though one of the main differences come from these parts right here, which do spring out, giving it a bit of extra pop-out force. Beyond that, it does have 2 cross pieces and 2 soul pieces, with these 2 plastic soul pieces and these 2 metal cross pieces, which are very, very nicely detailed, with these dragon head designs, which looks very, very cool. However, there is one additional design element. So in ball form, you might notice these yellow parts here that kind of wrap around the entire Bakugan. This effectively gives the Bakugan sort of a line, which helps it to roll straight, which should give you an easier time landing on the card, which is actually a fairly noteworthy buff for a Bakugan like this, but more on that later. As for how to close this thing, it's honestly fairly simple. You just close the soul pieces and the horns. Then after that, you take these wings, kind of just fold them down, head goes in, tail, and then these arms, you just kind of close and push in, and yep, that's it, it's closed. Moving on to the anime and manga, Gren Dragaon is owned by Harubaru, the main character. Like Flare Dragaon, it is worth noting that Gren Dragaon isn't as prominent in the anime, as the anime started just a few months before Rise Dragaon came out, so Flare and Gren did not get as much screen time. Now let's talk about the variants. The Blue Blaze version comes in BCV 21, White Radiance with 600 Gs and is all plastic. The Red Clear version comes in BTC 30, official Battlefield W Super DX set, and was later re-released in Battlefield W Rise 4 set. These both have 620 Gs and are full metal, and it is worth noting that the metal soul pieces are Zero Minicus' souls. Lastly, we have the White Clear version from BTA 22, Dragaon Legend set, with 700 Gs, and it is all plastic. Now, looking at Gren Dragaon competitively, this thing immediately became the best pure attacker in the game, as it was very similar to Flare Dragaon. It could have 4 metal pieces, and the ring actually does help it a decent bit. It helps the Bakugan to roll straight, and for an attacking Bakugan that's trying to critical KO other Bakugan, this is actually a pretty noteworthy buff. While in the long run this doesn't put it massively above Flare Dragaon or anything, it is still better than Flare Dragaon. As an attacker, its first major hurdle was Jigen Arata, as that was a bit more of a consistent attacker, and its successor Rise Dragaon also is a bit of a problem for this thing, being a better attacker than it. And once you get to things like Windmill, Budagil, Kachiagel, the Tavenals, some of the better Gotchi attackers, Gren Dragaon kind of starts to fall off a bit. However, having 4 metal pieces and the ring in the middle does still give it somewhat of a place, and even today it is still pretty solid, coming in at around high B tier from my own tier list. But that's really everything for Gren Dragaon. It's very similar to Flare Dragaon, so I didn't have as much to say about it, but it is still a bit different and worth talking about, as it is sort of just an upgrade to that. But that is basically everything to say about it. Anyways, next time will be Zero Minicus, so until then, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.